All right, people, welcome to another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best music podcast, talking about everything brutal, new, death, hard, slam, grind, thrash, core, metal. I am one half of your hosting duo, Jay Horsecow. With me, I have my partner in crime, the notorious TIM. Tim, don't overthink it. We're halfway through 2022. What's the one album you're looking for between now and the end of the year? It is...
Oh, that's a hard... There's so many records that you can't ask me that.
You don't have just one that just... Don't overthink it. Just pops out.
No, it was the Mood Ring record, but that already came out.
So what are you looking at for the next half?
I can't answer that.
I know I got to post it over here with everything written down. And joining us once again, a repeat guest, a repeat Jeopardy contestant. We have Oriion. Oriion, thanks for joining. What is the one album you're looking forward to for the second half of 2022?
My most anticipated record of the year already came out too. Is the new Duran Gray album, Polaris.
Wow.
Okay. Well, all you guys are no fun. You got the wrong answer. The right answer is Worm Rot.
I don't keep up.
Worm Rot. That is the right answer with Hissing. I think that is going to be a banger. All right. So the topic of this week's episode, we're doing another In Defense Of, where if you haven't caught one of these episodes before, we bring someone on to defend an album that we may or may not like for reasons. And the album in question this week is Tommy Lee's side project, the eponymous debut album, 1999's Methods of Mayhem. And it gets better because who is defending this album but me? So I'm defending it. I subjected Tim and Oriion to it. So Tim, I'm going to start with you. Thinking about this album, if you had to sum it up in one word, it would be...
2 words, dumpster juice.
Okay. Oriion, care to refute that or add some color to that?
Yeah, set that dumpster on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. I like that.
Right. So this album came out in December of 1999. And my first question to either of you is, could this album have come out at any other time in the history of the world but
hell no.
1999?
No,
it's not, and not 2000, not anytime near where we are presently, because it would be taken off the shelves immediately.
Yeah, I don't know, but if it came out today, what do you I think people wouldn't know what the hell to do with it.
Well, I mean, it's Tommy Lee. He's a jerk off anyway, so.
I mean, yeah, he has gotten married and divorced and married again. There's the sex tape, there's the whole nine. He just broke a couple of ribs. I don't know. Oriion, if it came out today, what do you think the response would be?
I honestly think it would go viral on Twitter for like a month, and then everybody would forget about it.
He's probably right. So
I think that sex tape
Holiday Kirk would have a field day.
You know.
Is he a fan or not a fan?
Oh, he hates it too.
We should conference him in while he's still at work on the West Coast and be like, yo, what are you doing? What do you think about the Mayhem in 50 words or less?
I love breaking his balls when he calls Shadows Fall band some stuff new metal.
He has to wait for Tim and I's responses. Oh, he has to dread Tim and I's responses on Twitter because Holiday will post something and he'll go, this is definitely new metal. And then Tim will send me a screen cap and he'll go, you got to take care of your boy over here. so then I'll log on and I'll put like, delete this. Yeah, we're an interesting bunch here. So back to the album though. So this is December 1999. This is Tommy Lee. He leaves Motley Crue. This is after the Vince Caraba years. This is after Generation Swine. It comes out and it goes gold. It goes gold in the first month.
A lot of
gold in the first month. Now, granted, this is also the halcyon days of CD buying, where you literally, everybody I know that was a music head was at Best Buy every Tuesday, and they hit the new release rack and they cleared it. So that has something to do with it. But it also had generally positive reviews.
I find that really hard to believe.
Yeah, I think most of them are Motley Crue fans and, you know, Tommy Lee fans. I don't think people in new metal really care about this record, honestly.
See, you
gotta think Motley Crue is huge. What'd you say?
I was about to say, I don't even really think it's that. I mean, I don't really think Motley Crue fans would get a kick out of any song on this album.
Now,
you'd be surprised though, because Motley Crue fans are like them diehard people that just they will say anything's good that they do. Like, have you seen them live recently? They are fucking horrible. And the Motley Crue fans will be like, no, they're so good. I'm like, I understand you love this band, but dude, they do not sound good. They look terrible up there.
As someone who has gotten older and has become more and more metabolically challenged as time has gone on, my heart goes out to Vince Neil, but I want to put the motherfucker on a treadmill. Be like, yo, dude, until you get down to like $190, do not go out on the road because you don't eat healthy. You don't get enough rest. He's got to be taking years off his life there, whatever. So comes out in 1999. It is mainly a collaboration between Tommy Lee and his buddy Tilo, which is real name Tim Murray. He's a guy from somewhere in Ohio. Tim, if you're listening, please come on the show. I have been trolling the internet trying to find contact information for you. So if you had to sum up the album, right? It's way more rock than anything else. It's way more rock than electronic. It's way more rock than hip hop or hardcore or anything, or even nu metal. I think there's some real gems buried in it, but I also think there's some songs where I'm like, dear God, why would you put that in public?
Yeah, well, you can't be defending something and say that. You got to like.
Okay, so you still have a bit of sanity left in there. That's good.
It's not. I mean, I went back and listened to this. I will have to admit, at least a dozen times because I knew I was going to defend it. And the more I listened to it, the more the songs that I enjoyed resonated more, and the songs I thought were bad were like, dear Lord, this song again. So let's dive in, right? Let's dive in. So the other thing to think about with this album is there were a ton of guests. So it opens up with the song "Who the Hell Cares," and the featured guest is Snoop Dogg. I don't think this song is bad.
This is a perfect first song. You know why? Because who the fuck cares about this record? This shit is trash.
So I actually don't think this is a bad rock song. I don't.
I do.
Dude, I get douche chills just listening to it.
Come on, it's not that bad.
It's so bad.
The Snoop versus Fit. I mean, remember, this is 1999. This is Big Pants. This is everybody's kind of going for it and doing a little weird shit. I don't think it was that bad.
It's just vanity rapping, and he's like semi off time at points.
Yep.
Yeah. This is true.
As soon as it started out with the call from jail shit, bro, you're not that cool. Stop it. Like, enough. As soon that set the tone for the record of me hating it. Like, oh, I want the jail. Shut up.
It is kind of a cheesy intro, right? Like
shit. Yeah.
But hey, 3 minutes and 31 seconds. I was like, this isn't bad. By the way,
I mean, they ask you the best question, the first track. Who the hell cares? Nobody.
Has anybody seen their appearance at Dynamo in '99? Have you seen it on YouTube?
No.
The whole concert is not there, but there are a couple songs, and it's like, all right, they went for it.
Does he play drums live, or
no?
What did he
guitar
do?
And sing. And he got good. God bless Tommy Lee, but he kind of looks like a fish out of water. Like he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's kind of like, because he's not used to being up front with the guitar, you know.
Right.
I'll give it to him. He's a good drummer, but
yeah,
he's right. Yeah.
So we're coming out of Who the Hell Cares, indeed, and we're going to Hypocritical. So I actually don't think this song is bad as a hip hop song. So the guy actually, Tilo, whatever it is, he has some flow, he has some rhythm there. The samples work as the backbeat, and there's a shit ton of samples in there. And I think the chorus is just catchy as fuck. Tim, what do you have for this one? Hypocritical.
Fucking horrible.
Oh,
it's horrible. There's nothing good on this record. It's especially
really
these first two tracks made me roll my eyes. I think they did a 360. Like they're so bad.
Well,
like, to me, this is just okay. I left Motley Crue. Here's my chance to try and look cool and do something that's not cool. Like I'm sorry, but this shit sucks.
I think this is them. This is him trying to hop on whatever trend is big at the time, coming out of Motley Crue, and then it was the rap rock nu metal stuff. It's
a rock star that just what can I do now? And it's like, let me hop on the trend of trying to be nu metal and electronic and rapping with. The only reason the rappers were on there is probably because he knew them from, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. Or he paid them off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't find this shit to be like legit because it's you know what I mean? Like you're a celebrity. Of course, other celebrities are gonna come on your record.
And I read an article somewhere where he talked about how it was all people he knew and people he'd come across. So they were like, hey, you know, I'll be on your shit, you know? So
yeah, I just after into this song, listening to it, I was like, oh my God, like enough already. But I went for it. I did it twice, so that's all you're getting.
This, Orion, any thoughts on Hypocritical?
I just think the lyrics are just laughably bad.
Thank you.
Like there's some really whack bars on here. Like even from a new metal perspective, like it's not exactly known for having some of the greatest bars around, but we protest against the negative stress, time to get that shit off our chest. Like it's just so
yeah.
Come on. There's nothing, it's all whack.
It doesn't pass the second song test at all. It doesn't pass the second song test at all. Like if I fast forwarded to the second song and listened to that, I probably would have thrown the CD out. Like what?
It sounds like you don't even like this album.
No, I did. But here's the thing. I'll be honest with the criticism, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't fucking break this out every once in a while and laugh and fucking enjoy. I smile the whole time.
He's trolling us right now.
I am definitely not trolling. And this album gets better until it drops off a cliff. So hold on.
Wait.
Track 3, Anger Management. So I think this is my notes were this is a song where they couldn't figure out what they wanted to do because there's guitar, there's samples. Is it rap? Is it rap rock? It doesn't even lean. It doesn't even play it straight down the middle. It kind of swings the pendulum back and forth to the point where I was like, I'm not really sure what's going on here.
I need anger management not to smash it. Listen to this shit.
Orion, what are your notes?
I want to say that, especially about this song, but the whole album to me, this just feels like The Gift of Game by Crazy Town with an A-list cast.
Oh, that's actually pretty funny right there.
I think Gift of Game is better. I think Gift of Game is better. Absolutely better than this.
I'm usually one of those people that tries to be like, you know, everybody has their own taste, you know, but I cannot get over The Gift of Game and this album. I think they both just are terrible.
Well, now we know who we're having on when we deep dive on The Gift of Game because I fucking love that album too. I already fucking love that album too. We're gonna chain you and Holiday Kirk to a chair, and we're gonna put the hostage camera. We're gonna put the hostage camera in front of you and make you talk about it. Tim, anger management aside from being angry about the song, anything else?
It's awful. It's just nonsense. Like it's
exactly, yeah.
It's trying too hard to. Nah, I can't do it, dude.
It's got that posturing. There's a lot of posturing on this song.
Well, that was also that. I will defend that, Orion, and say that was par for the course at the time, right? Everybody was a tough guy in your Jenkos and your
Not like
your
this.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, 99. Now you're starting to tip over into the tough guy sort of. I guess tough guy new metal. Did I just create our own genre? Right? Like
no,
the stuff
that's the thing.
What is it? Amur?
Yeah.
Tim, conference Frankie and ask him if he's tough guy new metal or not.
Yeah, or Attila.
Oh God, another terrible man.
Yeah,
okay,
Franz.
so
whatever. Franz made it though. He figured it out.
He did figure it out.
You can't hate him for that.
No,
he figured it out, dude.
You could hate him for being a douchebag, but you could hate him for being right. Because he figured
it out.
He bought the Eulogy catalog.
Yeah,
he bought their catalog. Yeah. Like,
oh,
good for him.
God bless him.
Wow.
God bless him. All right, now we're going to unquestionably the best song on this album.
I knew this was your favorite song.
Track number 4, Get Naked. Right. So again, this like Orion said, he doesn't have George Clinton, Mixmaster Mike, Lil Kim, Fred Durst on the album if he's not Tommy. He doesn't. He doesn't. But I'm sorry. If this song doesn't make you laugh, if it doesn't make you smile and bob your head, there's something fucking wrong with you. Those of you that are listening, watching, that remember MTV, I have one sentence that I'm going to give to you. Lil Kim in a cowboy hat and pasties riding a giant rooster. If that doesn't just scream late 90s to you, I don't know what will. Like that, I mean, all I know is every time I would catch a video, I would laugh.
I can't take that seriously.
You can't take it seriously, but you can smile and have fun
Right?
with it, right?
No, I can laugh at it, but it's in the same way I'd laugh at The Room.
Hi, Mark. It's terrible. It's terrible, but I fucking love this song. I still seek out this video on YouTube. I still listen to the song because I think it's a well done rap rock, totally not serious song. Tim?
You want to know what my notes say?
No, not really.
This is probably Jay's favorite song on the record. As soon as I heard shooting my jizzy jism, I turned this off.
You never saw this video? Come on, Fred Durst.
I never have, I swear to God.
Oh my God, you're missing out, man. You got to watch it.
I will watch it
after this. You have to watch it because this is late 99, early 2000s insanity, right?
Okay, like if I have to watch it when this is done, we're all fucking watching it.
That's fine. Everybody was doing cocaine. Everybody was doing cocaine. It was a great time. I'm sorry, I still think this is a fucking amazing song. And the funny thing is, I think this is the best song on the album, and it backs up to by far the worst song on the album, which is New Skin, which features Kid Rock. And all my notes say is ballad. Are you fucking kidding me?
This is the best song on the record. I mean,
my notes say Incubus should sue.
Yeah. Yeah.
My biggest issue with that song, the Kid Rock feature aside, I think his voice is terrible. The production on that song is especially just really clunky. Like the acoustic guitar sounds like it's MIDI. Like it's just really, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just not pleasing to listen to at all. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's another. I mean, I think the track's terrible, but it's the best track on the record. I mean, awful. I can't stand Kid Rock. I think he might have 30 seconds of a good song in his entire career. I mean, I another D-bag I can't stand.
There's a couple points on this album that try and get like semi-introspective, and it just does not work. That song included. Yeah. You know,
does not work.
This is if I had to force myself to listen to a song on this record, it would be this one though.
See, I don't think it's this one. I think it's one coming up. I think it's one.
For me, it's way further in the album.
Kid Rock. Right. Let's talk about Kid Rock for a second. He definitely rode that Woodstock 99 nu metal wave into whatever he's doing now. Tim, I'm sorry, whether you like him or not, watch his performance at Woodstock 99.
Oh, no, I've seen it.
Where they're playing the background sample and the drummer's going and he comes out in the fur coat. Like I was like, I would have lost my mind being there because that looked awesome. Now, he's turned into like kind of crazy person, like really a crazy person. Like him and Ted Nugent should probably go hang out somewhere.
Yeah, he's a MAGA douche.
That performance is fucking mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. One of my bigger regrets is a bunch of my fraternity brothers that were living in the house with me went to Woodstock and I didn't go, and I've kicked myself ever since just to say that I was there. But we got to relive it through Jimmy Ferrari and his totally insane stories.
He's just another dude that does shit for show, and it worked. So you can't really blame him for it, but whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, if people like that kind of shit, I mean, 2022, he's putting out horrible video. That video is horrible. Enough already.
I haven't even watched it.
It's fucking terrible.
You don't want to.
The song's terrible. The lyric, who gives a fuck all that shit?
It's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, people love that shit.
Yeah.
I guess
as soon as that chorus line with the "Let's Go Brandon's" hidden, I was like, oh my God. I said all you need to know about the whole song.
Oh,
listen,
God.
I can laugh at shit like that, but when you start putting it in song, no.
in your recorded material, because remember that's going to outlive the meme. It's
Isn't
going to outlive
in his
the meme.
50s.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
dude's too old for this. I swear.
Yeah. Okay, so coming off of New Skin, oh God, it's terrible. We go to Proposition Fuck You.
The worst song on the album.
Awful, just awful.
No,
lyrics.
bad, but not the worst. I have a soft spot for DMX. I will admit that. So wherever he shows up, I will listen to it because I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of DMX. Because he's another guy who was a fucking lunatic. I have no idea who the Filthy Immigrants are, who were the guests on this song.
Yeah.
But I just remember I enjoyed DMX and the rest I was like, eh.
The lyrics are so bad. Tired of these cops roughing. Shut up. No one's roughing
Yeah.
you
And I
up.
forgot what it was about. It was
Yeah, no,
about
it's
something.
one of those anti-cop songs, and it's like going to the voting booth proposition. I
Yeah. No cops are roughing you up. Stop it.
I like my thoughts while listening to this album, and I have this in my notes. It's like, you are Tommy Lee. Like, what cop is beating you up? Like, seriously.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Tim and I take umbrage with there's a local band that they always talk about being harassed by the police. It's like, you're a bunch of white kids from the suburbs. Like, not for nothing. I really don't think you should be sitting here waxing lyrical about police oppression, because it ain't happening.
Your mother paid your whole life as till this point. Stop
Yeah,
it.
right. Like, yeah. Oh, it was inconvenience because she wouldn't buy me, Air Force Ones when I wanted them. So next, we're kind of going through this quickly. Next, we go to what I think is the best song on the album, track number 7, Crash. And I challenge the both of you to go back and listen to this song and imagine if it wasn't Tommy Lee and Methods of Mayhem. You would probably say, you know what? This isn't a bad rock song.
No,
and that's my notes.
I listened to it blind, and what I put in my notes is that I said it sounds like a B-side to a knockoff Need for Speed Underground clone thing, whatever.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
But even that stuff that was on Need for Speed, it was kind of vanilla, right? But some of the stuff on vanilla in the sense of it wasn't really going insane and pushing boundaries, right? Like, they didn't have the berserker on that sort of stuff. It kind of fit. I think it's a well-constructed rock song. And if I didn't know this was Tommy Lee doing Methods of Mayhem, I probably would have been, it's not bad.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. What do you have, Tim?
Here's the hard rock electronic song that no one asked for, but here we are.
Yeah, Cell Dweller, this ain't.
Yeah, just no. I started getting more annoyed as the record went on because the songs just get progressively worse.
Yeah. So at this point, the after Crash, I think the album tips over because we end up with Metamorphosis. And all my notes say is singing LOL ?
I thought that intro chorus wasn't awful. It was tolerable. Like, I could sit there and listen to it, but as soon as the song kept going on, I was just like, oh, okay, this is bad.
That's exactly what I put in my notes. Like, is this over yet?
Yeah. Like it could have just ended after the first 30 seconds, and I would have been like, okay, that's an okay song.
Yeah, not too bad. But 4 minutes and 7 seconds, enough.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's
1
a
minute,
long
7
song.
seconds.
That's a long song.
Too long.
By a good 2.5 minutes. So, and now we just you can tell they ran out of gas at this point because the album just comes skidding to a crashing stop. First, you have track number 9 is Narcotic with the Crystal Method. And I'm a big fan of the Crystal Method, all that big beat stuff from the late 90s when they tried to make electronica a thing. They were one of the more talented acts, but it's like
agreed.
It's this weird instrumental techno hip hop mashup that
no
doesn't really work.
I really like the Crystal Method, and I can tell they phoned it in for this song because the synth work on that song is really bad.
Yeah, Payday.
Like, if you wouldn't have told me that was the Crystal Method who helped on that song, I would have just assumed it was Tommy Lee trying to do it himself.
100%.
That is unreal. And then we go from Narcotic to, I love this title, Mr. On Some Other Shits.
Pointless interlude.
Pointless. 38 seconds, and they waste You God.
I love You God, and his verse isn't too bad, but Mr. On Some Other Shits. What are you, fucking 12, dude? Enough.
I can't.
This is like 12-year-old stuff.
And again, with the production, it sounds so thin.
And that's a good point. Like, this is what a kid, if you gave a kid in 1999 a limitless amount of money and said, go make an album and steal from the stuff you like the most, and we'll grab some artists of the bands you like the most. This is what a 12-year-old kid would do.
Yes.
Like, it's all over the place. There's hip hop, there's electronic, there's heavier stuff. There's rock guys, the heaviest they get is Fred Durst. And then the album just literally spins out with Spun, which is the Crystal Method again, the last track. This is Narcotic Part 2.
Probably the only track I can stomach because I don't have to hear his voice in it.
I think you could probably cut this album down to an EP, and it would have been a banging rap rock nu metal EP. But there's too much filler, and there's too much kind of junk sitting around.
I think the only thing banging is your head against shit to think that any of this is good.
I think you're nuts. So did you take a moment? Did you take a moment to look at who actually played on this record, like the actual musicians?
No.
Yeah, it's what the hell's his name?
So it's Tommy Lee for the vocals, guitar, drums, percussion, and Tilo.
Loner's on this, isn't he?
Danny Loner.
Yeah.
From Nine Inch Nails. Ken Andrews from Failure.
Yeah.
Phil X from what is he? He was Alanis Morissette's touring band, I think.
Geez, Chester Dietz.
Chris Chaney, the bassist, and Randy Jackson. Randy Jackson from American Idol played bass on this album. Take a moment there.
But
take a moment to think about that.
You know, this is phoned in. Like, I want to talk to Ken. I want to ask Ken Andrews, what were you thinking on this?
I would love to interview Ken Andrews. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be really interesting.
But that would have to be the last question, Tim, because I guarantee he'd get pissed off and hang up.
Yeah.
But we'd have to ask. But I mean, between Danny Loner and Ken Andrews alone, that is some serious talent. And I don't know. I get now you really want me. I really want to interview him and ask him. I really want to ask him.
I mean, I'm sure he would answer it and not get pissed off. I mean, you can't get mad at stuff that you do and put your name on. At the time, you must have thought it was something, you know.
Yeah. They must have paid you for it, right? Like you must have been hanging around the studio, and they're like, "Hey, you want to do some riffs and make some money?"
Yeah, I mean, they could have just been recording something at the same studio at the same time and just work. You know what I mean?
Yes. Which, by the way, wildly off topic, Tim, I listened to that Ross Robinson interview. What an amazing interview.
Yeah.
Like he's first of all, he's nuts. Like I think Ross is nuts in the best way possible. But what a really fascinating interview about how he approaches shit and how he took out getting dumped on At the Drive-In. And some of those like one-off remarks he made, it's like, I can kind of see that. Yeah, bit of a madman. So
At the Drive-In were so good.
I didn't get it at the time. I still don't think I get it, but I understand what they were trying to do. It was after reading that book, Sell Out, I really kind of appreciated them because they were really trying to do something completely different. And there was obviously some talent in that band because they went on to do the Mars Volta, which was At the Drive-In 2, but more stoned, and Sparta, which is well-crafted, well-written musicianship.
Sparta is amazing. I've been listening to them a lot lately.
So yeah, this is all of 1999. It's Methods of Mayhem. I'm gonna go out on a limb and ask: did anybody listen to the next album, which came out in 2010, a public disservice announcement?
No, I don't want to give myself a disservice even.
I know of it. I think.
How do I describe it? If Tim came up with the term hair cuttery metal, it's not hair cuttery metal. It's what you would hear if you took the Muzak system from the mall, put it in a blender with the Hot Topic PA, and then hair cuttery rock and roll. Like it's not. It is. It just is. Like it doesn't stand out. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's not something you'd remember, but not something you forget. It's kind of just there. But again, it's one of those things where if I didn't know that it was Tommy Lee and I'd listen to it, I'd be like, these guys maybe they have a future. I don't know. Yeah. But you want to talk about guests. The next one, he kind of goes fucking insane. Phil X again, Derek Whibley from Sum 41, Chad Kroeger from Nickelback, Skrillex, Chino Moreno, Deadmau5. Look at all.
I'm looking at the Discogs.
I'm like, look at all these people that were on this album. Clint
Lowry. I'll give Chino I'll just pretend that he wasn't on that record.
Apparently Morgan Rose from Seven Dust was in this band at one point.
And Clint Lowry has credit as a composer. So who is Sophia Tufa? What was she in? I don't know. And there's a guy the drummer from the Scorpions.
Yeah, I've never heard of her. Yeah.
He kind of gets a little loose. But yeah, so all in all, if you're looking for an album that most perfectly grabs that late 1999, right before Y2K, MTV, nu metal, Woodstock feel, this is it. This is it. And there are at least 3 or 4 tracks which are worth listening to. The rest is kind of just gets in a descending sliding scale from there. But I enjoy it. If you're looking for a fun time, I want to turn your brain off. I can't see there's worse ways to spend like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I would rather do a lot of other things than listen to this record ever again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I couldn't get this out of my Apple Music quick enough.
Oh, it's gonna throw off.
I'm erasing this from my
Scrabbles
FM,
from Last FM.
Yeah. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I listened to it on YouTube, so that way it wouldn't go through my Last FM. I did not want history of this.
I can't do it on. I would have had to do a private thing on my Firefox, so I would not.
Tim's viewing YouTube through incognito mode through VPN to
And
listen to Methods of Mayhem.
I got 3 VPNs on, so they can't find me. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of that most episode I did a lot of joking, but on a serious thing, it's just not good. It's a phone-in attempt to just be cool at the time, and I think it's all trash to me, honestly. I mean, if it was so good, why did you wait 11 years to do another record? I mean, if it was that cool, why did you wait so long?
Well, I mean, from the other side of that, right? I mean, you also have Tommy Lee, who everybody has always known as hyperactive. He's always been hyperactive. He's kind of in a state of arrested development, right? Like he's never really truly grown up. And the tabloids are going after him. He's been in and out of jail for dumb shit, right? He obviously has his substances that he's very, very fond of. You put all that in a blender with the sign of the times, and I get it. I get it. Oh, the other thing we didn't even talk about, the artist. The art inside of this thing is all featuring illustrations by Derek Hess, who did how many album covers, Tim?
Yeah.
I mean, how many hardcore, metalcore album covers, right? I think he did some Poison the Well stuff. He did Nodes of Ranvier. He did the Stress Fest, so many Converge. He did the Poacher Diaries. So many album covers that guy did.
I love the Poacher Diary. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Converge's art is great.
Yes.
I'm looking at this art now. I mean, it's good, yeah, because he drew it, but I mean, in terms of the subject matter, oh my god.
Yeah, isn't it like a hip hop dude throwing a grenade or something at one point?
I'm not talking about that one.
Oh,
I think he has this tattooed on his ass.
Yeah, I think he does. Methods of Mayhem, Derek Hess.
So it's like, you know what the O is, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, that is just some corny stuff right there.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting.
I'm trying to sit here and think how MCA thinks this is a good decision. Was Motley Crue on MCA?
I think so.
Yeah, this record was, yeah. I mean, I genuinely think that the only reason why this album got as like big mainstream attention as it did was because of the star-studded cast of characters on this album.
No, absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. No Tommy Lee, this doesn't get made. And it falls into the annals of history of one of those nu metal bands who just didn't do much of anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you guys are saying, if it doesn't have the cast, it's even worse.
I'm just gonna go back to Lil Kim in a cowboy hat and pasties riding a giant mechanical rooster. I mean, like,
how much did she get paid to do that? Because
I don't really care. This is back before she really got too much plastic surgery, so she was still hot.
You know, God left the studio and was like, "The fuck was that shit? Here, I'll take the money."
He probably just mailed them a MIDI tape with like his bars. He's like, "Here, take this, you're fine." Okay, so all in all, ostensibly a terrible record. However, I enjoyed it. If you're looking for a fun, guilty pleasure to turn your brain off, give it a whirl. So I'm not going to belabor the point. NewBreed_podcast at Twitter and Instagram, newbreedpodcast@gmail.com. Listen to this album. If you've never heard it, listen to this album, email us, contact us, comment on the video. Tell us what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Or was it still just completely terrible? Holiday Kirk, we're looking at you, looking for your play-by-play. We'll even, if you review this for us, we'll let you get away with calling Meshuggah new metal. We'll let you get away with it for at least 30 days.
That happened?
No, it hasn't happened yet, but it's inevitable. No,
we won't.
Right?
That will not happen.
He's gonna grab nothing and say it was new metal. So anyway, we talked about Instagram, we talked about Twitter, we talked about our Facebook group. Come find us on Facebook. So good conversation there. So once again, actually, before we get out of here, Orion, what are you doing project-wise these days? You just released something, didn't you?
A couple things. I put out a new electronic record under the Orion with 3 Eyes project called Heliosphere Part 1. It's a 9 track. It's got a couple of re-recordings of some of my older songs. It's got some new ones. I'm extremely proud of it. I think it's my favorite project that I've ever done. So if you want to listen to it, go ahead. There's a Crystal Method style track on there called Under the Gun.
Where do you guys find the time?
Yeah. And what?
Tim asked, where do you guys find the time? Where do you find the time?
I just do it in my free time. Like, that's what I do for fun. Like,
so essentially what me and Jay are doing right here is what, okay, I got
you. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't play like video games much, or I just sit at my computer, I plug away at music. That's what I do. Drop Spike's been slower because I've been in the process of moving and dealing with a bunch of other stuff. But I will have that EP out probably by July. Our last single came out in March called Bandai Dronefly, if you want to listen to that in the meantime.
I listened to it. Liked it. It was good.
Yeah. Which one did we do the
Lost Voices?
That's it. Yeah.
I'm re-recording the vocals for that one because I screwed up the the vocal panning or whatever. I tried to do a double track and yeah.
No, I thought the track was great.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was good.
No, I appreciate that. It's just production wise, I nitpick everything I do. So
I feel like the stuff you do new metal wise has more of like the hell was I just gonna say? The stuff you do has more of a like post hardcore feel to it too.
I mean, if I can reach over to my nearest CD car and take the top ones I have there, does this make more sense?
Did I not say it sounded like Dead Poetic?
Yes, you did.
Literally one of my favorite albums of all time.
Dude, is that 4-letter?
This is Beloved.
No. The Dead Poetic. What record is that?
New Medicines.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. I like what's that called? Is it Blackmail? What the hell? Yeah. That's an incredible record. And I said to Jay, I said, I think he likes Dead Poetic because I could fucking hear it in your stuff.
Yep.
I love Dead Poetic. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Jay, I hear it, man.
Yeah,
I hear everything, dude. That's why I said you have the post-hardcore feel on your new metal stuff. And
yeah.
As soon as you show
I'm definitely because like another one of my favorite bands is Swift, and they do that kind of post-hardcore and metalcore with new metal, especially back on the Thoughts Are Thought and Waging War.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That track on the Dead Poetic. What the hell does he say? Now I forget. It's like track 4, but goddamn, it's so good.
So Venus Empty.
Something about the last time we held hands, or what the hell does he say? I haven't listened to it in forever.
On New Medicines or 4-Wall Blackmail?
No, the Blackmail.
Oh.
I'll look it up when we get off here. I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, I fucking knew that you liked them bands. I could just hear it in there.
Yeah.
Tim has an encyclopedic memory of music. All right, so we'll link to your stuff in the show notes because we want people to please go check it out. Check out the video review, the track review that Tim and I did on our YouTube channel. So
I appreciate you guys.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. So once again, I want to thank Orion for taking time out of his evening to come on. And until next time, this is the New Breed Podcast saying cheers.
Later.